shortly after I'd heard Kyle Kaneki teach on Spirit, Soul, and Body one time, I think it was actually pastor who started teaching, or he was probably already teaching on it. I'll be honest, I started listening more. Maybe that was the deal. He was probably already teaching. I'm sure he was, but I started listening more. But anyhow, I think your prayer at the beginning said I would be transparent and just open about everything, so I am, okay? But anyway, and one thing that I remember him saying is, you know, we are a spirit. The spiritual is even more real than what we perceive as reality, what the natural is. But we are a spirit, we live in a body, and we have a soul, okay? Now, whatever he meant for our mental picture to be, which I really don't know because I'm not inside of his brain, okay? I'm going to show you the mental picture that I got, okay? And then I want to see if anybody else has the same mental picture. Y'all give me just a minute here because I had to do things the old-timey way.
You got to do it in front of the camera.
This is what you call pencil and paper technology. Okay? All right, so what's your perspective here? And this is what I got.
What's your do for a living?
Thanks. I'm still back here, by the way, so don't y'all try to cut class on me. I have eyes in the back of my head.
What's your...
See, at school by this time, 10 students would have sent 50 million texts to each other. What is she doing? Where's she going with it? I'm so bored. But this is the kind of the picture that I got. Okay? I am a spirit. I live in a body. I have a soul. That was the picture that I got.
That's cool.
And that's the picture that I kept for years, you know? Now, who else has a picture similar to that? Hold up your picture if you have a picture similar to that. And it's okay if you do. Like I said, there are a lot of right answers. Okay? There are a lot of right answers. All right? Well, it was just recently, in the past couple of months, that God has, you know, when I started reading this scripture and thing, he started dealing with me. He said, you know, your problem with that picture is that it focuses mostly on what?
Your body.
Your body. On the natural. It focuses on what's on the outside. When you should have your focus more on the inside. And I'm like, well, Lord, what is my picture supposed to be? This is going to be Exhibit B. Okay? And remember, there are a lot of right answers. Okay? So he was like, think of it sort of like that. Okay?
Yep.
Where you think of your spirit being the bigger part of you. Okay? And your soul the lesser, and then your body would be the last thing that you think of. And this is the alignment that he gave me, is that our bodies should submit to our souls and our souls should submit to our spirits. Because the Spirit of God within you is what every part of you should submit to. Okay? So that was the picture that I got. And then I realized, you know what, God, you are so much more than two-dimensional. There's got to be more, you know, more to the spirit, soul, and body than that. And then I got another picture, which was three-dimensional. First of all, do anybody else have one similar to that? Anybody? Okay. A lot of right answers, remember? Okay. And so this is the three-dimensional thing I got. Y'all bear with me, and I hope I don't make a mess. I wish I'd gotten this ahead of time. I just got this not too long ago here, okay? Because this is so much easier than that. Have you ever seen that movie, Secretariat?
Yeah.
Last night.
Awesome movie. Love that movie. I don't know why I waited so long to watch it, but it was awesome. Well, it took me the whole movie to draw my little gingerbread man. So, it did. That is not as easy as you think it might be there. That took some thought, okay? But anyway, it's only with God that we can be filled up with Him and immersed in Him at the same time, so much to the point that when you look through there, you don't even know where your beginning is, where your ending is, because He just, everything about Him just surrounds you. Was that too fast? I'm sorry.
That's a good
Oh,
thing.
the chair was in the way. Okay, thank you. Okay. So that was sort of what I've got now. I saw some other pictures that I liked. And they were over here. Where's the 3 circles? Yeah. Yes. See, I like that. Can you get that? Mm-hmm. I like that too, right there. Okay? And I want y'all to see what she drew there. And again, you guys, these are just pictures that I got. And there are a lot, like I said, there are a lot of right answers. And your mental picture may change, you know, as you keep growing in the Lord, maturing in the Lord, then, you know, your mental picture could change. But I really like this picture right here. Can I keep it? Thanks. Okay. But I like it because it really does show, and you would think a math teacher would think of a Venn diagram. That's what this is, whether you knew that or not. But anyway, you would think a math teacher would think of something like this instead of something like that. But sometimes we have a tendency to just think in what the world has taught us as absolutes, and we don't go beyond those absolute thoughts and think a little bit more abstract and think a little bit more about what God's realm of thinking is. And we don't tap into that. But I really do like that. And again, there's nothing wrong with these. It kind of depends on, you know, where you're at in the Lord. But what I'm saying is go beyond what you think is right, and really start asking God probing questions. You know, what is your thoughts on this, God? Really, what mental picture should we have? But a lot of times, what we see, and I've got to get to my notes here because now I'm just rambling. Okay, is what I perceive this to be right here is maybe someone who's not me. That was me just a few months ago. That was me. And I've been sitting under this teaching for how many years? A zillion, just about, you know? And, I mean, that was me just a few months ago. That was my mental picture right there. And when we have this mental picture, then it is all about just being selfish. It is about, I want my needs met. I want my physical needs met. I want my emotional needs met. And then when we have a picture of the fact that the Spirit of God within us is much bigger than what we have on the outside, then that's when everything becomes selfless. And we choose to live in the Spirit. And that's really what that was supposed to be showing, is how we choose to live in the Spirit and to let the Spirit overtake every area of our lives, so that when we start to make decisions, we'll make decisions out of a spirit response and not a soulish response or not a physical response.